Because of this need, this enrollment growth, and then the need for more schools, that brought on a need for more teachers. So states lowered teacher certification requirements, sometimes to the point at which no professional education training was required at all. I actually worked with a teacher who didn't have any teacher training. She was grandfathered in years as she was working because they needed more teachers. So that used to be the possibility, not anymore. Over time, however, the nation managed to meet the demand for more teachers. They started enticing more folks to come into the education field, and more folks, as they start advertising more, they need teachers. Maybe the salary went up a little bit, and things began to improve as far as how many people were in the field. In 1958, shortly after the Soviet Union launched Sputnik, the world's first artificial satellite, Congress passed the National Defense Education Act, the NDEA. This act provided a massive infusion of federal dollars to improve school science, mathematics, engineering, foreign language programs. It was a wake-up call for the United States to say, hey, we've got to do something. The Soviet Union is ahead of us. So we're going to infuse and put a lot of money into the areas of science and math, engineering, those things, so we can develop bigger and better things. The 1940 curriculum is narrow and designed primarily for college-bound students, whereas today's curriculum is broader and designed for students of all abilities. We do know in the high school, since President Obama has gone into office, he wants everybody to be equal. So he's saying everybody's college bound. You won't find many technical type classes offered in the high schools anymore because everyone is pushed to go to college because everybody needs to be equal. I tend to have a problem with that because if we all get educated and we all have a bachelor's degree, who's going to come pick up my trash? Who's going to fix my car? Those things I'm not good at. But thankfully, we've all been blessed with certain talents. And right now I have a electrician friend who he is so surprised that he only did vocational school, yet he makes more money than I do after 6 years plus of college. So, just because you don't go to college doesn't mean you can't make a good living for yourself. And I think that's a false sense of what sometimes our government and our elected officials feel like. You have to have a bachelor's degree or you have to have a college education to be successful. Not so much. I know some people who are very handy and talented in other areas, and it's stuff that you can't be taught in school, if that makes sense. I'd be interested in your thoughts. What do you think about what I just said? And it's okay to be to counter and say, Miss Smith, you're way off base on this. I'd just be curious.